What's up, guys? Coach Sam coming to you from Rise Strength and Performance. We're going to talk today about how stretching is overrated and people who want to touch their toes. It's really not that important. I'm more worried about the effectiveness of a range of motion. So we're just going to use Caleb as an example here. We have not rehearsed this at all. We're going to see how this goes, and I'm going to upload this first take no matter what happens. And if you like it, go ahead and like it. If you want to share it, that'd be great too. All right, so go ahead and bend over, try to touch your toes. Turn 90 degrees so that we can, there you go, there you go. Okay, cool. How's that feel?
Tight.
Okay.
Hurts.
Where do you feel tight?
Right through here on my hamstrings.
Okay, cool. All right, so go ahead and relax. Stand up. Okay, so now I want you to try to bend over while keeping a neutral spine. Keep a neutral spine, and then stretch those hands. Yeah, soften those knees up, soften those knees up, soften those knees up. There we go, there we go, there we go. Good, cool. All right, so this is a really good RDL position. He's stretching his hamstrings out. And if he were to have weight in his hands, he would pull against that weight, it would tear his muscle, and it would make it stronger. There's nothing wrong with this. It is okay to be able to be in this position and feel a good stretch. Like, it doesn't matter how deep you get in your hamstring. Some people are more flexible than other people. You can go ahead and relax, Caleb. I've got some clients they're super mobile through their hips, and they can. I can't, but they'll do an RDL all the way to the base of their feet, and then they start to feel it in their hamstrings. Some of that's just genetic. Some of it's the tightness of your fascia. Some of it is how you feel your nerve, if your nerve is compacted around your leg. So bending over and being able to touch your toes isn't important. What's important is just being able to hinge at the hips. If you can't hinge at the hips, that's a whole nother conversation. But being able to bend over and touch your toes is not that big of a deal. But let's go ahead, and I want to show two stretches to work the hamstrings that are better than just trying to bend over and touch those toes. So go ahead and put your foot up on this, Caleb. We'll put the heel up there. There you go. And then kind of point the toe away a little bit. Then back up your foot, back up your other foot. There we go. Good. Okay, now just bend over like you're going to try to reach your toe. There we go. Okay. How's that stretch feel?
Tight.
Pretty tight? Okay, so go ahead and soften this knee up. Get neutral, stand up tall. Okay, now just drop your butt down. Bend your other knee, drop your butt down. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. Feel that stretch there? So this is a better hip movement than just bending through that spine. Before, you can go ahead and relax. Before, he was pulling through his spine and all his back muscles were pulling on his hamstring, or pulling on his glute, which was pulling on his hamstring, and that was a stretch he was feeling. But in this position here, I have my hamstring kind of loaded, but then when I drop that hip back, then I really start to feel that under that hamstring. Okay, so that's one way to go about it. Then we can go another way, one that I like, keeping a neutral spine. We'll just go single leg RDL, kicking that leg back, getting a good stretch in that hamstring. It's the exact same position we were in that chair. We're just on a single leg now instead of putting our foot up on that chair. We're gonna be right here. So go ahead and hit that and see where our range of motion is. Kick back, kick back, kick back, kick back. There we go. And this is even a greater range of motion than his double leg RDL. And go ahead and squeeze on up. Felt a good stretch there?
Yes.
So either way, he felt a good stretch. So people who can't reach their toes, it's not a big deal. Just be able to use your hip properly, be able to use your hamstring properly. A lot of times when people are going to touch their toes, it's a ton of back movement anyway, and we don't want you picking up stuff like this from the ground. We want you to be able to load those hips up and grab it here, use the big movers of your body to actually move that hip. So if you're worried about your hamstring flexibility, hop your foot up on here, do some pulses, sitting back and down, dropping that knee down, pushing that butt backwards. You'll get a good stretch there. Then we can actually load it a little bit into that single leg position, and that's going to teach you good biomechanics anyway. So do that instead of trying to bend over to touch those toes. And if you got any questions, feel free to reach out to us here at Rise Strength Performance. We're at 108 South Maple, just off the square here in downtown Lebanon. We'll see you guys in here real soon. There we go. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom.